My name is Aaron Jones, and I'm the President and CEO of IPS Global Aviation. IPS is a company that truly cares. We put our heart and soul into this organization. We operate 24 hours a day.
Surf into summer celebrations with a wave of unforgettable gifts from Crown Jewels & Coin. For graduations, marriage proposals, and this season's tide of occasions, we have the lowest price on pre-owned Rolex watches and fine jewelry. Design your own wedding ring from the state's only Verragio selection and choose from diamond jewelry starting at $299. Easy financing available. Catch the brightest rays and capture shining moments with a heartfelt gift from Crown Jewels & Coin for all you treasure. San Mateo, north of Candelaria.
What's up, everybody? Welcome back to Creative Kill. I am your host, John.
And Ben.
And today is Friday the 13th.
Sure
Obviously, you see we're wearing these fun masks. And today we're joined by Catherine Powdrell. Now we're going to take them off because it's a little too warm. Anyway, what's up, everybody? How's everybody doing today?
I feel like I had a nightmare that was exactly like this when we started.
Yeah. Well, today is Friday the 13th, so happy Friday the 13th to our audience out there, everybody. We hope you have a killer one. Right. Anyway, now my name is John Roberts. I'm your host, and my co-host here, Ben Marshall. And today we are joined by Catherine Powdrell.
Hello, everyone.
Cat is a singer-songwriter,
worked in film, been in the restaurant industry for
actress.
Like 20 years. I was an interior designer. I've worn all the hats.
She's worn all the hats today. So we'll get to her here in a minute, but first we like to get to our sponsors first. First of all, we like to thank our lovely studio here. Today we are in Studio 519, and this is Studio A. Yes. Thank you, City of Albuquerque, Comcast, all you guys that help support us here at 519. We really do appreciate it. The second sponsor is our number one big sponsor, which is IPS Global Security. IPS Global Security.
All day.
Yeah, Albuquerque's little police force is what we like to call them.
Right? They're pretty serious bunch there,
Yeah. I was just we were talking on Jesse's episode, about those guys in Target and how great they look, and it's just like it is like Albuquerque's got another little police force.
They make me stand up a little straighter when I walk in. I'm not sure why.
Hello,
I'm all hello.
Yeah, right. I know it's awesome.
Right.
It's awesome. So, and then our second sponsor is going to be Crown Jewels & Coins. Thank you, Rona, over at Crown Jewels & Coins. They're a jewelry store. They do they brand new jewelry, used jewelry. They fix jewelry. They do all kinds of stuff. I was in the shop the other day. It's pretty crazy. It's
bling everywhere.
Bling everywhere. Our third sponsor today is going to be Duke City Toys. We are so excited to announce that we are actually going to partner with Duke City Toys and do a live broadcast in their booth at the Duke City Comic Con. Let everybody know that's going to be on June the 28th, the Duke City Comic Con. But we will be there with Duke City Toys. They're the main sponsor of that Comic Con. But we're going to be there doing some shows and some interviews. But we're going to do a live broadcast. Ben and I are out of the booth.
Yeah, it's going to be fun. It's going to be fun.
It's going to be a lot of fun. I get play with a lot of horror toys and other toys.
Just big kids all day.
I know. Yeah. And we're going to also, I can't announce who the interviews are going to be yet, but we have a suite rented at the DoubleTree, which is the attached hotel, the host hotel. Mm-hmm. And so we'll be up in the DoubleTree, we'll be up in the suite, and we're going to bring some people up, some of the talent that's doing signings there. Yeah. And we're gonna get them up there and hopefully get some cool interviews done. Yeah. Get some, the Scream guys are there this year. It's got Skeet Ulrich and Jamie Kennedy. Yeah. I think there's maybe a couple more, but then we've reached out to both of them, like I talked to you about. Mm-hmm. We're trying to get Jamie's actually playing at the Lobo, which we'll make that announcement here with them. But Jamie Kennedy, that's a lot of fun.
Oh, yeah.
And stuff like that.
so
So and then our final sponsor today is going to be our new one, and this one kind of I like because I'm a big cannabis fan. So it's going to be Boutique Buds, and they're a dispensary here in Albuquerque. And they're located on Manal. We'll be putting their stuff up, but they're a brand new sponsor, so we'll get to them later on in a couple other shows.
Yeah,
but we
great
want to thank you
assortment of
guys too. When we get Tony, as soon as we can get over there, talk to you, we'll get your stuff going. So other than that, guys, we've got Wolf Krusemark Art, Doughboy Cookies, the normal guys, and Joy Horror Entertainment, Michael Joy. I forgot to plug you on the last show. Sorry, Mike. Thank you so much for all the promotion, all the thing you're doing for us. So right now, we are going to jump into Miss Powdrell here. Sorry.
Yes.
Miss Powdrell. So, Kat, what's going on?
After all of that,
Yeah, after all that, how are you doing today?
I'm good. I mean, it's Friday the 13th episode.
Right.
Hopefully-
I was meant to be.
Yes.
I mean, let's be honest.
Yeah,
I think so.
Well, when I booked the studio, guys, it was like we had Studio A open Friday the 13th. I was like, that's ours.
I mean,
Yeah,
you
yeah.
have to.
Yeah, we have to
It's a
take it.
missed opportunity. If people
Correct.
found out we didn't do it today.
Oh my gosh,
Right.
we would take so much heat. Talk about cancel culture.
Yeah, cancel culture,
Right.
at least with our audience and
Yeah.
ours on there.
Well, and this is the last audience to do like a cancel culture type thing.
True.
Yeah.
These are the last of our cool.
If they can't try to cancel us, we just kill them.
Yeah.
Anyway,
All right.
yeah. So So, Kat, tell us a little bit about yourself. Where you come from, what you do. I mean, we talked to you. So you're a singer.
Yeah.
Okay.
So that's really not like the origin story because I'm Albuquerque born and raised. My family moved here when my dad was young and they started a barbecue place. I was working there
The famous.
Yeah.
If you're in Albuquerque right now, Powdrell's Barbecue. They're
closed last year.
What?
It did, right?
I thought I drove by there. There's cars there all
You guys,
the time.
this isn't like a spoiler alert. I
Right,
don't know
right,
what are you.
right.
I'm serious. It's
Yeah.
spoiler for me. I thought it was
after-
still open.
After 55 years, the family decided to retire, and
Hey.
it's my parents are on the other side of it now,
Yeah.
and I was so grateful because I was like, now we can spend all this time together, and all they're like, what are we supposed to do every day? It's like
Yeah.
retirement is not what I thought it would be,
Right.
and I'm missing it too. So
Right.
we'll have to come back on the show and talk about an announcement when we're ready to move forward with
Yeah,
some things
for
because
sure.
even like the holidays come around and my dad brings a brisket and we're like running around, and I know if I'm feeling that way, everyone has to be feeling
Oh,
that
definitely.
way.
Most
So
definitely.
Most def.
but yeah, so that's my origin story. It's where I started, and then I went to Highland High School.
All right.
So real quick, I want to
graduated.
reference. These two guys went to high school together. Am I correct?
Yes.
did, sure
Yeah.
Because
did.
I know I'm a lot
Guilty as
older than
charged.
both of you guys. I'm the dusty old man here. I went to school back when you had to walk uphill 7 miles. No, just
Right,
kidding. I was
and
like,
walk
my
uphill
dad.
both
In the
ways.
Yeah,
snow.
in the
Right,
snow.
right.
Anyway.
Yeah, went
With
to
no
Highland
shoes.
High School, met this guy.
Yep.
Went to college here, stayed local to Mexico, but always was interested in the film industry and entertainment industry as a whole. So I got my start doing singing, and that was like my side gig while I was doing commercial interior design at the time because I went to art school. Whole story.
Yeah.
And my very first audition was for UNM to do like the national anthem for their Olympic sports. So that's anything from basketball to volleyball to whatever.
Right.
And I just kind of have like my inner like calm right before I go on stage is just very like, I can do this. I'm very stoic. I'm not like freaking out. And I remember going up there and just kind of being like, this is my thing. But it was awkward because it was just like 5 people, and it's way harder to sing to 5 people.
Oh, yeah.
It's like an intimate date. It's
Yeah.
not like, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
And after I finished my performance, the guy pulls me aside because he had taught me, one of the choir teachers that I had known before, and he was like, you did really good. They're just not confident you're going to be able to do this like in front of a bunch of people.
Oh.
Right? So I was like, that's fine. And so my very first gig was actually a volleyball game, and it was a girls' volleyball game. They didn't have like a lot of attendance, and I was so lit to like do this for the girls, right? And I go up and I drop the mic and I put it down and I walk away, and the guy was like, where did that come from? You know what I mean?
That's awesome.
I was like, it's way easier to do it in front of, a couple thousand. So that's how I started.
What's the biggest? I know you've done Isotope Stadium. What's the largest stadium you've ever sang for?
I think it's a tie between Zozobra,
Oh shit!
right,
Nice.
which is the Burning Man in Santa Fe,
yeah.
and I did like their 95th, and it was amazing. I think that's like 60,000.
And that was the Star Spangled Banner?
Yeah.
Wow.
I love the anthem because everyone needs it, and I get free tickets, and that's why I still do it.
That's great.
So it was a tie between that or the Colorado Rockies. I got to do like the 4th of July game for.
This is
like,
not a joke
game.
against you, but this is a joke against the Rockies. Where is there anybody there? No, I'm just kidding. No, they're like the worst team in baseball, and I don't even watch a whole lot of baseball. I just hear a lot of my friends, because we're here in New Mexico, they're like, the Rockies suck so bad. And they're always, but yeah, that's awesome. I gotta tell you, I've done stage performance before, but getting in front of a crowd of like that big,
it's so much better. It's so
Dude,
much
I'm
better.
like,
I can't explain
right now,
it.
dude.
Well, I mean, if you're an entertainer, you live for applause.
Oh no, yeah, I get that. I get
The
that. I
more
love
people, the more applause. And if you sing the anthem, you have to clap or you hate America. And I really love that. So whether I do well or not, I'm going to get some claps at the end.
Right.
Well, that's
True
awesome.
True
Yeah, so that's how it started. Started with music and then just sort of tiptoed into the film industry by meeting an actor who was like, do you want to try this for a day? And it started on Daybreak.
Oh, okay.
In like 2018.
Yeah, that's a zombie film, or a zombie series.
Yeah, it's on Netflix. It was really good. It should have gotten more than one season. I'll say that till I die.
I liked it. Yeah, I did like it.
Yeah, it was good. I thought it was really funny. And so I got like a day, and all I did was like feed people. I brought lunches, and I just kind of ran around and did lockups, and it was like a 14-hour day, something crazy. And at the end, I was just like, oh, I want to do this every day
You're
for
hooked.
the rest of my life. I don't know what that is.
We just had this conversation with our last guest, and we were talking about how this industry is it definitely make you or break you. Like either you get in there and you're like, I can do this, or you get on the set and you're like, no way.
Right.
You know, and I gotta tell you, the first time I ever met you was on the cleaning. Oh no, sorry, Loud House. I played a bus driver.
Very good.
I'm gonna put up this picture because I look like a mailman. I don't understand the wardrobe behind it, but I walked into set. We were at this warehouse, so they have these journal centers where they shot this place. Yeah. And I walked in and I know Kat from some of her extended family and stuff, but we never met each other. But I walked in and she just took over. She's like, you here.
Yeah.
Bam, bam, bam. When you see this, she's very friendly now, but when we see her on set, she's all business.
Wait, hold on.
All business. You are. You know you are.
I have to be.
I know. I know.
But it's all. But I'm a big believer in like I will treat you how you treat me.
Oh no, 100%.
So how are we gonna
love
act
it.
today,
We love
right?
it. We love it.
But you know the fun ones are like 20% of the background I'm gonna get that come in that day, and it might be a tough day, so I'm just gonna nip it in the bud right now. We're not gonna do this.
Right.
And carry on.
Yeah, and you do a great job.
So you
of
were
it.
on Loud House. What else have you been on? You've been on Cleaning Lady, obviously.
Yeah, so Cleaning Lady, I did Big Sky when they were
Sky,
here.
yep.
Trigger Warning on Netflix, I did that one.
Were you on Ransom?
Ransom Canyon I helped out on. I was also, my very first full movie, and I was actually health and safety on that, which was the worst job ever.
Is it COVID?
Yeah, like during COVID,
gosh.
my first real movie experience was in the heart of COVID, fully masked outside, 100 degrees. What are we doing? That's not healthy or safe, first of all.
Kind of reminds us of our obliterated days.
Oh yeah, and I helped out on the reshoots for that one.
Oh, did you?
Nice.
But it was flaming hot.
Flamin' Hot. I love Flamin' Hot. I love that one.
Yeah.
And we talked about this kind of offset, but that was a perfect example of that trifecta of a movie that was amazing to work on. It looked amazing, and the story was fantastic. And that was like what set the tone for all the rest of my jobs, and nothing has held up. Nothing's held a candle to Flamin' Hot. That's the greatest project I've worked on.
That's great. I love it. Yeah, I love that. And I love their Cheetos. Thank you, Flamin' Hot. Hey, we can use the sponsorship.
Sponsored by?
Yeah, sponsored by. No. Hey, all right, let's jump into the big three real quick.
Yeah.
So here we go.
Tell us a little bit. We always obviously have our three questions we ask our guests. First one being, what is your favorite like all-time like horror film that just stays with you like no matter what you've seen otherwise?
Yeah, numero uno on the list.
The kind of scary movies I like are the ones that tamper with your imagination and create fear from the atmosphere.
Yeah.
And that would be like The Others. Have
Oh,
you seen
great
The
film.
Others?
Great film.
Nicole Kidman.
Great film.
It's a post-World War II mother. She's got two kids that are allergic to sunlight.
Yes.
And they're living in this mansion.
Yeah, it came out like 2001.
That's what I tell everybody. I'm allergic to sunlight. That's what I say. That's the reason I'm so white.
That's safe.
I'm actually a ghost, guys.
Right.
Hey, by the way, we ruined it for you for The Others. No, I'm just kidding.
Spoiler alert.
Yeah, spoiler alert.
Yeah.
No, I actually had to go back, so I remember The Others. I saw it in the theater, but it's so long ago, and I'm old. And
I saw it in the theater too.
Yeah. And but I went back to rewatch it, and then so I got to tell you, I broke down that seance scene, and that's intense. It's a different kind of intensity. It's like, first of all, you've got the old lady with her eyes, they're white.
And the veil and the...
Yeah. And she's just like doing and then, of course, when the reveal comes, the kids, they're ghosts. You're just kind of...
spoiler.
Yeah, spoiler alert. Well, again, it's kind of like, I was telling you earlier that Nate Barzetsky, or whatever his name is.
Bargatze.
Yeah, Barzetsky.
Bargatze.
I'm Bargatze. I'm going to butcher names because that's what I do. I'm the butcher of names. That's some of the creative kill, butcher of names. Anyway, but yeah, he talks about, he's like Sixth Sense. He goes, we all knew she was dead, or we just thought she wasn't talking to him for a while because of his wife.
Like it was easier for you to imagine that this wife had not talked to her husband for 10 years.
Right.
That's awesome.
Right. Yeah.
And they show you he gets killed in the very beginning.
Yeah. Donnie Wahlberg's
Yeah.
the guy who kills him too. The little
Yeah.
skinny Donnie back then,
And we just chose to forget that and just be like, oh yeah, because that's what marriage is like. Yeah, that obviously makes
exactly.
sense. Yeah.
100%. I mean, I don't know about you guys. I've been there. I got my decoder ring.
Something to look forward to.
Exactly.
Yeah, most definitely.
So that's awesome. Yeah, the others, and I like those period piece kind of style movies, especially the creepy ones too, because I like the wardrobe and everything. And I like it when they can kind of change some things up. And then I love me some Nicole Kidman. I mean, she's in a lot of
She's a chameleon.
things.
She can be anything.
She can.
Yeah,
She can.
She's awesome.
Yeah, she's amazing. All right.
But the best part about that
go
movie
for it.
was the daughter. She was the very best part about that movie.
she's-
Because she was the only one that was just accepting of everything. And it's kind of like the truest part of the movie was like, hey, if you can just accept fear as it comes along, like you'll be able to survive it. Everyone else is just freaking out about change. You know what I mean?
Right. Well, change is tough.
Change is tough.
Change is
definitely.
tough. But yeah, I got to tell you that it's anybody. I mean, it's kid ghosts for me too. It's because we were just talking Sixth Sense.
Right.
Even with him, like the little girl on the bed, because you said Sixth Sense is your other kind of favorite one too.
Yeah.
Like when she pops out from under, like she's under the bed, and you're just like that whole jump scare there. And I think that she was played by that girl from, what was that show called? It was the OC. She was on the OC. That was the little girl.
Oh, I didn't know that.
That model actress. Yeah, that's the little girl.
That's
interesting. I did not know
Sixth
that.
Sense, yeah. And then
Child
you have
actors.
Well, Haley Joel,
mean,
Yeah.
Well,
he's just gotten some trouble recently, but
but in regards to child actors, though, the others actually has some of the best child acting you'll ever see.
Oh, yeah.
Like,
Yeah.
I mean, hands down.
No,
like,
I was
it's
completely
great.
convinced.
Yeah. And it was well thought out. I mean, the
Yeah.
whole them being essentially allergic to sunlight, so to keep them in the dark, close the door behind you.
Like, how do you create this atmosphere of fear?
Yes.
In a
Very well thought
storyline
out.
that is just sort of basic. It's a single mom with their kids who hires a gardener and a maid and is just trying to move forward because her husband passed, and it's like
all shot basically on one location
Oh,
too.
yeah.
I mean,
well, that's all you
like,
can do because they can't leave the area.
Right.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah. So
Yeah.
the creativity was off the charts.
Let me
on
ask you a question, and then I'm going to throw a little monkey wrench in this and
Okay.
just ask you both. So, like, if you died and you're a ghost, where would you want to be, like, for the rest? Like, what would be, like, your prime spot?
man,
Would it be in your
that's-
house? Would you want to be in your own
Man.
home for the rest of your life?
I don't
kind of
know.
floating?
I feel like I'm kind of a little claustrophobic ever since the shutdown, right? Back way when here. That's a great question. I mean, I feel like I would need I feel like a graveyard would almost be the right amount
Well,
of
at least
space.
you can talk to the ghosts.
Yeah.
You
You're
know, maybe.
I mean,
know?
I spent my whole life in customer service. I don't know that I want to die.
You want to
and
be
still
one of
have-
those secluded ghosts
like,
that look out the window?
Well,
and
what
everything?
happens if you get buried next to this really obnoxious guy, and
Right.
that's just
True.
it for forever? Although people do get buried together, but
Yeah.
you know what I mean.
That for me, that would be Mickey Rourke if I got. No, I'm just kidding.
Well,
Sorry.
to death do us part, so we should go ahead and
yeah.
I'm thinking, where would I live? Probably Europe.
Right.
Like, I would like to travel and do
Yes.
since I didn't get to
I
do
wanna
much of
be
it
in like
alive.
I want to be in one of those Scottish castles, like and you just get to float around. There.
Oh yeah.
Woo!
No, if there's a
Some
ghost
Scooby-Doo shit.
afterlife, I will definitely be that ghost
That's
hustler
right.
that has a whole tourism business.
Right. There you go.
Right.
There you go.
You're actually the ghost giving the tour.
Oh
You're like,
yeah,
"Come on,
and
guys."
take this talisman.
Right.
That's one of my favorite. When we went to, so I spent a lot of times in New Orleans after Katrina. So I worked down there during Katrina, and then we had an office back and forth. And talk about some haunted history, man. They've got some ghost stories down there.
I bet.
Yeah,
Louisiana.
and-
It's like another world.
Well, and then they just brought Annabelle through there. And that plantation burnt down. Did you guys see that? They were all
No.
You gotta look at this whole TikTok lore. So Annabelle, that doll that's in The Conjuring, there's a real doll, and it looks like the Raggedy Ann dolls. It doesn't look like the Annabelle doll from the movie.
Yeah.
They always,
They had to Hollywood it up.
Oh yeah, they had to Hollywood it up. Yeah, you can't just put Raggedy Ann.
Yeah.
But anyway, they put her on tour, so she's going on tour, so they're bringing her places.
Oh.
Yeah, and so apparently when they brought her to New Orleans, I guess there was a bunch of fires in different places, in these homes, these haunted homes, and they said it was Annabelle. So who knows? Anyway, all right, well, I'm going to get to the second question.
Okay.
Are you guys ready?
Yeah.
Who's your favorite horror villain?
Oh, that's a really tough one. Who's my favorite horror villain?
Yeah, like who
The one that like scared me like the most. The
Yeah,
one that was
yeah,
like
yeah.
that kept me up at night. I mean, it was Freddy Krueger, probably. I mean, that's kind of a
Everybody
no-brainer,
right
right?
here.
My first
Here, we'll put him up. Everybody, it's Fred.
Oh,
Yeah.
how fortuitous.
Yeah.
No, I think it was like my first like real girls sleepover, and they had like the full Friday the 13th like
Okay.
series,
Okay.
and
Yeah, and then
I didn't sleep for 2 weeks after that. That was like my what are we thinking? Like
yeah. Fred's always he's the guy who kind of sticks with everybody, you know, and it's because when you fall asleep, you wake up, and
Right.
Yeah.
And then the very next thing you do after watching a scary movie before bed is fall asleep.
Yep.
Never again. Never again.
You know, that's the reason why there's the genius behind that.
Yeah,
Because
yeah.
it's just like, I was telling, actually Jesse and I were talking about this today. And if you stay up, like if you're working like an industry, you know this when you're so tired and you just start seeing things.
Oh, yeah.
Your imagination starts running. And then of course, when you're going to sleep, I can't even imagine that. You know, but yeah, Freddie's the man.
Yeah.
We love Freddie.
Well, and I'm a big like hair, makeup, wardrobe, fan, especially from working behind the scenes and seeing how much work is involved. And it was just such an intricate process as to how they created that villain, and he was just flawlessly done. I think.
Yeah, I can't imagine us holding on to like having to be in that practical makeup.
It's just the pocking, and it's just it's such an intricate process with all of the prosthetics and making it look real, and it was just And that was way before tons of advancements in the hair and makeup, industry.
Before,
So like,
and before they put dots on your face where it's just all CGI.
oh yeah, so it's just all
It's
CGI,
just like
exactly.
The Marvel thing now, it's like you see Mark Ruffalo, just dots on his face.
Yeah.
Yeah, I know. Well, great. Do you want to get the third one?
Well, actually, go ahead and take it away for me.
Okay. We always like to know, so like we ask you your favorite and then your favorite horror. What horror movies like stuck with your psyche? Like it really kind of screwed with you and it's always kind of haunted you. And, we always like to go this route to like, what's really screwed with you? And I'm trying to be kid friendly because we'll introduce you in a second. My kid's sitting over there, so I won't say fuck.
Yeah, what screwed with me? I'm gonna say. You know what? I'm gonna say Texas Chainsaw Massacre.
Yes.
Yeah.
That I mean.
I almost wore my Texas Chainsaw Massacre shirt for you today because I saw your answer on the thing. But my daughter picked this out for me today, so I had to.
Well done.
I thought it was very
Well
befitting.
done.
I mean, I tried to like get into like the theme as
Yeah,
well, a little
yeah,
bit,
for
especially
sure.
with the others being ghosts and
Yeah.
whatnot.
Yeah, Texas Chainsaw Massacre, again, is, first of all, it's uber violent.
Yeah.
Yes.
And
Yeah.
that's, I think that was the big scare part of it, because it's like, it was the first time we saw this.
Yeah.
They're cutting and they're eating, they're cannibals, they're eating people.
And I'm not necessarily that one in the movie theater that's like, don't go in there, you know what I mean? But
Right.
like the entire beginning, when they pull up to the gas station and they go in and they see like this horrible broken flies everywhere, like, let's still explore. Come on,
Yeah.
like you all deserve that
Yeah.
at some point. But like it was
100%.
It was definitely like my first exposure to like legitimate violence. Like before that, they kind of take it off camera, but they took you that whole journey, and that stuck with you.
Yeah, and then it's kind of funny because we're talking, you guys have a barbecue background, but it's kind of like, we're talking Texas Chainsaw Massacre with the people from Powdrell's Barbecue.
And they were delicious.
And they were delicious. Yeah, but no, it's just like
ribs.
But everything was like focused around meat and hooks.
Yeah,
and all that
definitely.
stuff. And and then obviously Leatherface wears the apron.
Yep.
You
Right.
know, and he cuts people's faces off and wears them.
Yes.
Yeah, we used to have it. We still have it over there. The problem is we can't put it on our set anymore because all of our AI stuff picks up the face of this thing, but it's our Leatherface face that's over there. But I love. Yeah, I think he was scarier for me than Krueger and Jason.
I agree.
Because
Yeah.
of just the and
He just lacked any sort of empathy
Well-
to like more than a sociopath like degree. Like it was like he got enjoyment from it, and that, I didn't feel that.
I
with
have
the
to
others.
disagree on that.
You don't think
No,
so?
No, because I broke down. I got to break down. So I was watching the documentary on Texas. He's afraid. He's afraid when they show
afraid.
up. Yes,
Yeah, I know,
you got to
right?
look at it. Watch it. He's scared. He doesn't like. New people have come into his home. He doesn't know who they are. He's never been outside of that bubble. That's the whole thing about Leatherface. And he's kind of mentally ill and disturbed. Obviously, they've evolved his character now to where he's like some big badass. But then he does enjoy the killing part,
Yeah.
right? Because
I mean,
that's
because
what-
you're making it sound like just a good American citizen who's defending himself.
Which is
He's
so
brave
misunderstood.
Leatherface.
So misunderstood.
Yeah, this is just a story of
Of
the
just
right to bear arms. That's all that this is.
The right to bear a chainsaw.
just a shy guy, a big shy guy. you
Yeah.
know?
By the way, I need to get us a chainsaw for this.
Yeah.
We haven't
That's a
got
good
one.
idea.
Yeah,
That's a good
maybe
idea.
with that new production budget up,
There
we
you
can
go.
get us a chainsaw. Well, awesome. Well, this is that was a great answer. I love all three of those. That's amazing. Yeah. Wow, I like the answer to all three of those questions. That was really great. We got into some new stuff that we haven't even actually got into before.
Very true.
Yeah, because a lot of times some of our guests have been repeat. So I'm glad. So now this is the segment of our
out.
show that we like to call Story Time, and we like to ask our guests. Do you have like a creepy story or something that's ever happened to you that's whether it's supernatural, scary, true crime, anything like onto that? We like to ask our guests, what you got for us? Give us the juice.
Right.
Give us the juice.
The OJ.
I mean,
The
it's
OJ.
Not
No,
that
we've already
juice.
went into OJ. We went into an OJ story.
That's true. That's true.
Yeah, I'm only
don't
going to
get
do
me
that
started.
live.
I just watched that documentary.
Right.
We're not going.
I
down.
met the
Okay.
guy in person. I shook the hand of the killer. Yeah, that's our true thing. Yeah, I did a bodyguard detail for him. He's not a good
Well,
guy.
wash.
Yeah.
I mean, it's 2025. There's been a bunch of scary things that have happened to all of us.
I know.
But, no, you know what? And I know that a lot of women can relate to this. Gas stations in general. Speaking of Texas Chainsaw Massacre,
I was just gonna say.
and that's why I'm still gonna go to a well lit
Yeah.
gas stations in general are kind of terrifying for women after dark, just in general.
Yeah.
Especially if the gas station's closed.
Oh, yeah.
And there are no other cars, and there aren't very many on the road.
Especially if they're in Albuquerque, New Mexico.
And especially if they're in Albuquerque, New Mexico. No, it's just sort of like
Shout out
a.
Butte.
Yeah.
Everybody always asks me like, "Oh, is it as dangerous as it sounds?" And I'm like, "No." And they're like, "But can you go out after dark?" And I'm like, "Well, no.
Yeah. No.
Just
Yeah.
go home before it gets dark,
Yeah,
and you'll be fine. It's great here."
Street lights on, you go home. That's the way it is.
But if you're a scary movie fan, like Albuquerque's perfect for you.
Probably.
Yeah.
Life's
No.
just one giant horror
Yeah,
movie.
that's also true.
But so I had an instance one time. I'm at the gas station, and it's one of those giant ones that also has like the semi truck gas on one side. There's like 20 pumps, right?
It was like a truck stop?
No, it was like a gas station. I forget the name of this gas station, but it's just got like 20 different. It's huge. It's well lit. It's so I'm following the protocol of what I give myself for safety, right? And I pull off to the side, and I go to the pump, and another car comes through. And is on the opposite side. So if I'm like number 20, they're number 1, right? And I see them, and I'm pumping gas, and all of a sudden I just get this like really like ick. And I can't explain what it is. I'm not sure why.
Sixth sense.
Yeah, sixth sense. And so I get into my car while the pump is running, and I lock the door. And like the second I lock the door, I look over to the left, and it's like, ah! And it's like some other person, and I'm like, and it's and it was just a guy who was on the other side who was like, hey, like trying to like holler at me, and I'm
my
like,
God.
it's like 1 a.m. I really desperately needed gas. I would have skipped this,
Yeah.
but like he was just like asking me for the time, which is like if you haven't grown up in it, if somebody asks you for the time, they're legitimately trying to get you to just roll your window down.
Right.
Oh, they're like, I can't hear you. I'm all tough shit,
Right.
or tough stuff. And so that was probably like the scariest thing that's ever happened. I had to wait until they left to actually like be able to put my pump away. So it was just me and this creep just hanging out for like 15 minutes playing chicken.
Oh my
to
gosh,
see like
man.
if I would hop out of my car and he could run back over in time. It was just one of those things. I drive an electric car now, so
Yeah, it's
That's
just
problem solved.
problem solved.
I'd like to say it's for the environment, but it's like 90% the reason. I just don't want to have to be getting gas at 10 p.m.
I have a similar story because I wanted to share mine to yours, and mine wasn't at a gas station. Mine was actually at my house.
Okay.
And I was at so I have a fun story. So I grew up in this part of Dallas called Oak Cliff, and it's I was explaining to them, Oak Cliff, the reason why I call it, because it's on a cliff, and oak trees everywhere, huge. So when storms and everything would come, it was very, very loud, windy, trees everywhere. So it's not like here, it's here in the desert, but I'm talking about like crashing power lines. All that stuff. And Texas weather too, during the summertime, is not that. Right now you can even see it. It's just crazy. Tornadoes, yada.
Right.
Anyway, so my parents went out of town, and I was taking care of my 6-year-old sister. I was like 16, 17 years old.
Okay.
And my first car was a sky blue 89 Ford Ranger. And I pulled it underneath our carport that night. And
it's the sky blue for me.
Yeah. Well, I got to
set the tone.
I got to tell you, this is I bought the car for $700, and it backfired every time I stopped it. Like everybody thought they were in a drive-by. Every time I pulled up to school in high school, I'd turn it off and it'd go tick 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 tick, go boom, and everybody'd be like, "Ah, my God!" Especially where we were from.
Like his party trick.
Oh my God, I love it. They know when you're coming. Yeah.
Anyway, similar kind of thing that happened to me, but I was okay. So I'm in the house, and we start hearing something, and my sister's like, what? And our grandmother was there too, but she was upstairs and she was asleep. So I was like, you know what? I'm a big, tough 16-year-old kid. Go outside and check it out. So I think I picked up like a broom or something, and I walked out there, and it was weird because the way the truck was back then, it was a bench seat. It wasn't 2 buckets, right? Okay. So you could fold the bench over like this, and then there was this little crew cab in the back, and you pulled these little bucket seats down. So I start looking around, and nothing's out there. Dogs are barking. Nothing's around. And it just happened. Lightning strikes. I look, and there's a dude inside my car.
Oh my gosh.
And I freaked out. And what he was, the reason I didn't see him when he was there, he wasn't laying like where the steering wheel was. He was behind the bench seat.
Okay.
He was hiding back in there. So I ran inside the house, called the police. Obviously, they came out. He was gone. Right. So I call that kind of my creepy horror story. Like when you do see those things, I don't like when people pop up on you like that. Like what you just said. It's one of those things. It's like we all have this imagination running anyway, and when it's late at night, if whether it's stormy or 1 o'clock in the morning or something, the reference of horror and everything's already in your head. Yep. But then when it really happens to you, you shit your pants. It's like I just don't like it when people. I hate it when it's like you turn a corner and somebody's like right there, and they're just kind of staring at you, and then of course. He was about as creepy as you possibly could probably look, right? Yeah. The guy didn't look like Tom Selleck sitting or some happy person.
Right.
He was like, and he was unhoused, obviously, and he was in there,
urban outdoorsman.
Urban outdoorsman, which we have a lot of them here. Yeah. And here it's more like The Walking Dead, but
a little bit.
Yeah, but so that was kind of, and I got to tell you, one of my big things with truck stops and stuff like that is you hear about all these abductions and stuff that happen on the roads now and stuff. And it's like, we were talking about Sam Little. So Sam Little is I got to tell you, he's the #1 serial killer ever. Do you know who he is?
Sam Little.
Okay. He was a truck driver, and he killed women for like 40 years up and down the highways. He killed like 90 women. Because me and Ben were talking about serial killers and abductions.
Love them.
Yes.
I'm not sure. I don't know what the obsession is, and I can only watch the ones that have already been caught.
Well, and then I just watched recently. It's the guy. I gotta look up the documentary, but it was the guy who killed all those women in Jersey. You know, I told you about that story.
Yeah, I watched it on Netflix. I think
on Netflix, that documentary, the monster, was it Monster of Long Island or something like that?
The Long Island killer.
Yeah, the Long Island serial killer, and nobody knew. And then you have all these agencies that are all. Because back in the day,
that's a whole other thing, and that is a whole other episode because they classified all the victims as prostitutes and discounted a bunch of women that were part of it because they weren't prostitutes.
Right,
this is a whole thing.
Yeah. Well, the same thing happened in the Zodiac case in the 70s, though, too. If you even watch the the Fincher movie, it's like it's agencies that won't talk to each other because they all want the credit to catching whoever the hell this guy is.
Right.
When if they all just put their resources together, they probably could have figured it out.
True.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Not always a good thing if you watch the Henry Lee Lewis documentary.
Well, what is that one?
That one's about, he's called The Confession Killer.
Okay.
And it actually, at the end of the documentary, because he confessed to like 180, something, 300 murders, something crazy. It was really just the Texas Rangers wanting to close some cases and agreed to give him a milkshake for every case he confessed to, gave him the details, and then they allowed agencies from the whole nation to come and share their stories. And he's like, I killed her. I totally killed her and I raped her after. Like,
That's insane.
All in cahoots and
all
whatnot.
in cahoots. But just think about like the 300 murders that went unsolved because he confessed to all of them. Like,
Hey,
so it's not always great when we work together.
that's awesome. Yeah. Ben, you said you had a story, right? Or you have something
So
that you
basically,
want to talk about?
my story is definitely a little off topic to some degree, but we kind of mentioned, psychological thrillers, right? So again, this is more like my own personal psychological thriller, I guess you could say. So we kind of touched based on Predator: Killer of Killers the other day, right? And which phenomenal, loved every minute of it. Huge Predator fan. I saw Predator a little too young. So
Same.
just a little too young. Still my favorite all-time like horror sci-fi character of all time. But
Can I stop you real quick?
Yeah.
My dad took us to see it. I was like 9 and my cousin was 6.
Oh my
He's like a 6-year-old.
Yeah.
So anyway, go ahead.
Yeah.
Sorry, Jonathan. I know why you're fucked up.
Oh, man. So I was 5 when I saw Predator.
Oh, there you go.
Okay, wow.
And my dad, was very loose when it came to action movies. He didn't really consider Predator a horror movie. It was just
Same.
It was
An
Arnold's
action movie.
Military dads.
Yeah.
Military dads.
Yeah.
Marine Air Force. That's what they do to us.
Just toughen them up while they're young.
Let's traumatize them when they're young.
Exactly. Right? So I'm laying down in bed one night and I'm so terrified. Like nothing's going on in my room per se, right? It's just a dark night. I wake up. And I think what creeped me out initially is that, I had my covers pulled up to like, just eye level, right? So I can just, just scope the horizon, right?
Yeah.
I see a spider crawling up towards my face. And I'm just like, dead scared, not wanting to move because I'm afraid if I move, it's gonna rush at me, right?
Yeah.
And by this time, I had already seen Arachnophobia, another one.
Yeah.
Should have saw it too young, way too young.
young.
And so I finally get the courage to flick it off the bed, right? And then I'm looking around the room and I hallucinate seeing Predator in his like camouflage form walk into my bedroom.
Yeah.
Like,
Oh my God.
And I freeze and I'm just like sweating profusely, and just like I can't move. And I actually see the claw, the famous Predator 2 like Wolverine claw come out and like walk towards the edge of my bed. And I can't tell if this is real or not. And I'm just like frozen and just kind of like, finally work up the nerve to scream out to my dad. He comes in, minute the lights turn on, the hallucination vanishes. But it was like I was like on mushrooms without
Without being a
I'm just like, what the hell was that? And it stuck with me all the way to this day just because it was so dramatic and it was literally just my imagination, right? But again, like, tapping into the whole thriller of things, our psyche, how much that plays an impact on how we are, and how we operate.
Yeah, and I think that it's kind of funny because I'm going to introduce her here in a little bit, but I was showing Charlotte some Friday the 13th clips today.
Okay.
She was like, that's not scary. And I'm like, because they're so desensitized now. They just see it all.
Yeah. Right.
And so when we saw it, it was new, it was fresh.
It was like revolutionary when I saw it because, my parents, and I'd like to thank my parents right now for not allowing me to see like anything at all until I was like 16 years old.
Were you sheltered?
You mean well-rounded? I had a chance to grow up as a kid the whole time without seeing
we didn't.
violence.
Our parents
I
didn't
see you
know
so much differently now.
Exactly.
I don't even know where I was going with that tangent. Thanks, Mom and Dad.
Right.
That's it.
Right. Love you, Mom. Love you,
That's
Dad.
great. Well, awesome. Well, guys, this was a great segment with Kat Powdrell. I'm so excited that you came on with us
Thank you
today,
for
Kat.
having me. This was
Hold
fun.
off for a little bit because we've got a big announcement to make here in a second. We just want to keep you around, and then I want to introduce somebody else. But right now, guys, I want to get into a quick announcement. Ben and I are super excited to be announcing. So. As we've always said, this was called the Creative Kill Podcast. And Creative Kill Podcast, and it's going to stay the Creative Kill Podcast. Yeah. We're going to still keep on podcast platforms. We're going to do things. But we have decided to branch out and do a series of live shows. So we've teamed up with a a pretty big horror streaming service. We can't make that formal announcement just yet. We're going to do that when ticket sales and everything goes up. But we wanted to let everybody know today's hint. We've already said it or the last time. Yeah. Today's hint is today. It's Friday the 13th of the first show. So we're going to take Friday the 13th, but we've teamed up with the historic Lobo Theater here in Albuquerque. It's beautiful. We went over there. We checked everything out. We're going to be doing a series of 5 live shows. Right at this beginning of spooky season, which is my favorite time. I love anything that goes in like late summer going into fall, and then I love the leaves changing, the weather changing.
You are such a basic bee with your fall love right now.
I am. I should probably have my pumpkin spice latte.
Yes,
No, I really do. I love Halloween. I'll tell you what I love, and I think you were there that day. Loud House. We did a Halloween.
Oh, we did a Halloween movie.
Episode. Yeah. But do you remember when we were all walking around in the neighborhood, they did like the trick-or-treaters and stuff? Yeah, I was one of the parents in that.
Were you? Yeah. It was very cold.
But it was very cold, windy. But I loved the feeling of it. I was like, oh my God, it's Halloween again.
It's magical.
Yeah, this is where once July 4th goes, that's when John turns into Halloween. Spooky season.
You're like those women that put their Christmas decorations up.
100%. I've already on Spirit
November
Online
1st.
Right.
Spirit Online. Ben can tell you, where he lives over here by Icon on Tramway, they used to have a Spirit there all the time. Yeah. And I was there a lot. I'd be calling Ben like, hey, do we need this?
Are they open yet?
Are they open yet? No. Right. Well, give us 2 months.
I know, right? TikTok.
2 months. Any vacant store here in town.
Oh,
yeah.
But anyway, guys, we're going to bring on what we're going to do with the Creative Kill live shows is we're going to be teaming up some really, really funny stand-up comics with some really, really big horror icons. Nice. So we're going to be shooting a live show. So basically this show that we're doing right here is going to be in front of a live audience with some of the biggest horror icons in the industry.
Very cool.
And we're super excited to have these guys on. I don't want to give away too much just yet because we want to build be anticipated for what we've got coming on. So we're super excited. We're excited that we also need to make another announcement, and Ben and I are excited about this. We are actually promoting now the new Toxic Avenger movie.
Right.
With Cineverse. Cineverse, Bloody Disgusting, you guys. We love it. We're going to throw up some stuff here, but that's going to star Peter Dinklage and Elijah Wood.
Very cool.
Yeah. It's going to be kind of crazy. Did you ever see the original?
No.
Okay, so there's an original movie called The Toxic Avenger.
Okay.
And it's from my generation, from when we were kids. It's an 80s movie.
So it's black and white with just subtitle.
The Three Stooges were in it. No, I don't even know the actors, but if we had Wolf here, he could tell you everything about it. But it was a super uber gross, like slapstick B-D horror movie.
Love it.
That just caught fire and got this cult following, and now they decided to do a remake of it with,
that's amazing.
with Mr. Dinklage. And so I can't wait to see that.
Awesome.
We're going to throw up the trailer after this because we're supporting them. Cineverse is our new partner. We love you guys over at Cineverse. You guys are amazing. Thank you so much for all these opportunities that you've been giving us. And so that's our big announcement. That, Friday the 13th today is Friday the 13th, and that's the hint. So, well, that was awesome again. Like we said, thank you, Kat, for being on. Now, guys, after that big announcement, I have another little announcement. I want to introduce a new guest to the panel here. She is she's a 9-year-old girl from Dallas, Texas.
Okay.
And she is going to be my daughter. Go ahead, let's bring her on right now. So everybody, this is my daughter, Charlotte. Come on in, Charlotte. What's up?
Hi.
Hey. Okay, look at the camera. We're at this red one right here. Tell everybody hi.
Hi.
Okay, we can take off the mask. Yes. Today's Friday the 13th, so we allowed her to come on. But Charlotte, tell everybody hi. Say world. Hi, world.
Hi.
This is Kat. Yeah, she's super excited about being on today. So Charlie, tell us a little bit. So we just watched. So we've been going over. We've been trying to find some not family friendly horror movies. Just stay right there. You're good.
Family friendly horror.
Yeah, but we just watched. What was the movie we watched?
The Visit.
The Visit.
Okay.
Have you seen The Visit? Okay, The Visit is about, what's that? Okay, go ahead and tell it. Okay, she wants to say it.
There you go.
So it's
squeeze in here.
So it's like a mom who drops their kids off because the grandpa.
That's a nightmare.
Because the grandpa and grandma when
Go ahead.
And they both got into a fight, the mom and the grandparents. But the children never seen their mom, the grandparents.
Okay.
So they like settle in and stuff, the normal stuff, like if you go visit like your mom or something.
You go visit your grandparents, right?
Yeah.
Okay, I'm following.
And
then the grandma and the older girl, I forgot her name.
the sister and the brother.
Yeah, the sister and the brother. Okay. So the sister, the grandma told the sister to clean inside the oven.
Okay.
That's her scariest part is when she asks the daughter. So here, let me just kind of I'll give the short story about
Okay.
it. So basically, it's about
that part. You say about that part, and I say the rest.
Okay.
So she's all directing it.
Hey guys, we got a new host.
I see where
You know
she
what I'm
gets
saying?
it.
I know, right? No, but it's about what it is. It stars Catherine Hahn, and she she sends her kids off to stay with her grandparents or her parents. She's going on a cruise. And do you want to tell them the end of it? What happened? So there's all this weird stuff that starts happening with the grandparents.
But the grandma, it was mostly about the grandma. So because the brother set up a camera on, but the grandma was throwing up.
Oh, yeah.
But it was
As
like
grandmas
black
do.
liquid.
Yeah, yeah. Do we know if it was an alien or if it was a ghost or anything? They didn't really tell us that, did they?
I think it's a spirit.
You
think
think-
it's an alien.
I think it's an alien. You think it's a spirit.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But
Okay.
at the end they start fighting. But
Well,
the
you
grandma wants to come young again.
As grandmas, not
Yeah.
naturally.
Right.
Yeah.
That tracks.
So she tries to take rid of the sister's body because the grandpa trapped the sister in the grandma and grandpa's room.
Family-friendly horror movie?
Yeah.
And but the grandma's in there. And she was literally going like under the bed. She was going under the bed thinking that she could just grab her.
Yeah.
But when the brother saw her grandparents, they were like flat.
All right.
Right? Flat?
Yep. That was it.
They were flat.
Yep. And it's okay.
Okay,
Well,
so the moral of this story is don't go to your grandparents' house, don't cook, don't look in the oven.
Right.
That's right. Right.
Just basically don't go in the oven if they tell you.
Yeah.
They can close it and cook you.
Thank you for telling us.
Raising a whole generation of kids that are only going to DoorDash.
Yeah, I know. So Charlie, tell them also, what else do you like to do? You like to make horror movies. So we're making another.
I like drawing.
She likes drawing.
I like listening to music. I like.
Tell the audience. Don't tell her. Yeah. Okay. Anyway, yeah. So everybody, now this is time for Daddy's segment. Okay. So you can sit here with me. So everybody, we're kind of closing out the show, but I want to introduce you guys to Charlotte because she's going to be joining me for a couple of different podcast episodes. We've actually have this really cool guest coming on. And Charlotte's seen it, but she raises like jumping spiders.
Oh.
And they're so super cute. She's got this Instagram channel and she feeds them flies and stuff. But the way they come up, so I've got a couple of little fun podcast episodes scheduled this summer with her, but we've got some cool guests that we're going to have on.
Thank you for having me before the jumping spiders.
Before the jumping spiders, yeah. No, Ben will enjoy that one because she's
Exactly.
Yeah, well, Charlotte
this
wants
would
a
be great.
snake. She's been telling me, she's like, Dad, I want a snake.
I love that for you.
Yeah. So anyway,
I wanted the banana split.
what's that? The banana split snake? Yeah, it's like a banana snake. I don't know. It's the same one Britney Spears.
Oh yeah, definitely. We all wanted that snake, honey.
Yeah.
But I've been wanting it for like a very long time.
Yeah.
Right. Okay, well, I'm going to send you off the set real quick so I can close out this segment. Okay, tell everybody bye, and we'll bring you back on at the end. Okay, there. All right. So, okay, guys. Well, that's about the end of our show. We wanted to bring this on, but again, guys, I wanted to announce everybody. Stay tuned. Our new website is going to be www.creativekill.live. It has all of our episodes on it. It's going to have our new sponsors, our new partners. We've got our tickets and our merch will start to go up there. Wolf's working on that right now. As soon as that gets up, we'll let everybody know on our IG channel and our TikTok channel. But today we want to thank again Cat Powdrell. She was our guest.
Appreciate you.
We also want to thank We want to get to our sponsors, and we want to thank 519 Studios. Guys, we love it here. We want to thank IPS Global Security. Thank you, Aaron, and your team over there at IPS. You guys do nothing but short of amazing. You guys are an awesome security company. We've got Crown Jewels and Coin. Rona, thank you so much over there. We got Leo at Duke City Toys. I cannot wait to do that live broadcast in a couple of weeks. It's going to be a lot of fun from there. Wolf Krusemark Art, Doughboy Cookies. You name it, we do. And so I just want to thank everybody for joining, and please follow us on our YouTube channel. We don't try to do any kind of subscribing service or whatever, but we may have to end up jumping over to another platform here in a little bit just to let you guys know because of the content that we make. So I just want to let everybody know, we're going to get the production value is going up a little bit better. So we try to keep this as low rated R as we possibly can.
Family friendly horror movie.
Family friendly horror movie, right?
Yeah, exactly.
But so we want to thank it. But yes, give us a follow on all of our socials, guys. We are on Instagram, we're on Facebook, we're on TikTok, we're on YouTube, we're on everything. We're on. So thank you guys so much for following us. And then finally, just to let you guys know, if you are interested at any point in time in sponsoring an episode of Creative Kill, reach out to us on our website. Again, it's www.creativekill.live. We are looking for more sponsors, especially for these live shows. We're so excited to be doing this, and especially Albuquerque businesses. If you need to do something, these are not expensive sponsorships at all. We're very reasonable. Ben and I are making sure that just helps us offset a little bit of production costs, helps us put people in our industry right now to work because
we could use it and we love you.
We all need it right now. That's what Ben and I talked about that the other day. If you're not doing it yourself at this point in time, if you're not trying to make something happen, it may not happen for you for a little while because of what's happening in the industry right now.
Definitely.
But anyway, so I just want to, and finally, again, thanks, Ben, thanks, Kat, thanks you guys for having us, or thanks for being on, and that's going to be it for today's show. Okay, we want to thank you for joining us on episode 13, guys. 13. Yes. I know, Friday the 13th. 13. Yep. So we want to thank everybody, and Creative Kill, where a guest always has a killer experience. We'll see you guys soon. Thank you so much. Man, that was a great show. Good job, guys.
Awesome job, guys. Everybody did good.
I'm going to go ahead and mic myself. Charlotte, you want to come back out real quick?
Yeah. It's kind of
okay,
funny.
we can say hi, bye to the camera.
You haven't really even changed since high school.
No.
You know what I mean?
No, our entire generation didn't age. Thank God. We're all parents, though, so...
Happy Friday the 13th.
Duke City Toys for new and used toys, games, and collectibles. Star Wars, Marvel, DC, board games, Albuquerque's largest selection of wrestling collectibles, and so much more. When it comes to toys, we don't play. Duke City Toys.